Jim Blocky, Real Ed Aid. Today's vlog, Senator Upchuck Schumer wets himself as his Dreamers Act comes true. Yeah, Senator Upchuck Schumer was so excited about the government shutdown that he actually wet himself during his "We Got the Government to Shut Down" speech, showing the world that President Trump can't lead his dream. You could see the joy in this man's heart, his soul, his life, as he read his speech, which, according to my sources, was actually written several months ago. He even had a phrase. He said, "This will be called the Trump shutdown." My gosh, man, have you no ethics? Oh, stupid question. I apologize. I'm not sure if you noticed, Upchuck never really told anyone the problem the libs had with the bill. He just continually said the Republicans and President Trump refused to compromise. In the beginning of this speech he wrote months ago, he talked about how the president invited him up to the Oval Office today to try to work things out. Then just a couple minutes later, I guess it didn't work out so well. And then he said, get this, not once was he ever asked to take part in any meeting to give his input. You just went in there and he invited you this morning. Well, you remember how I said the second language of the libs is lying? This is proof of it. You lie so much, you don't even know when you're doing it. Then, almost with tears in his eyes to show his false sincerity, he said, "I even put the border wall on the table." Putting it on the table and funding it are two totally different things. And unfortunately, the uneducated will never bother to find out if it was a 3-foot screen door or the wall that President Trump campaigned for. And by the way, Upchuck, the wall that won him the presidency. Now, Senator McConnell had a few more details that I noticed Upchuck didn't really refute. The main issue McConnell revealed was the Democrats were not going to sign any deal unless DACA and illegal immigration issues were in this funding bill. In other words, the libs were putting non-Americans' interests ahead of American interests, specifically our military. If you wonder why I insist on informing our nation that the libs are anti-American, this should seal that deal. This is why I'm continually telling you that the term bipartisanship is evil. Compromising with these anti-Americans will destroy this country. I mean, what does light have in common with darkness? We keep giving, they keep taking, and soon we're going to have nothing. We have a president now that is willing to take a stand for America, and we need to support him and cheer him on. I have repeated over and over that the libs will never compromise on illegal immigration. It's over half their voting base. Their other big recruiting base is what is taught in our liberal public schools. And if we don't take back our education system, well, eventually the libs won't even need the illegals. And for you illegals that are here today, you might want to think about that for a minute, because the libs care about the libs, not you. Anyway, for today, without illegal immigrants, the libs don't exist. They might have 30 Senate seats and around 100 seats in the House, and that's it. And the Republicans who got elected, they would not be the likes of Jeff I'm a Flake, Bob Pop the Corker, Leslie Graham Cracker, Dean What the Hell Are You Doing, or John McWannabe McPresident McCain. You'd have more of the Ted Cruz's, Mario Rubios, and the likes who would keep our government smaller and actually want to do what's best for America, not themselves. You congressmen and senators need to keep repeating to these American-hating libs, Donald Trump was elected because he wanted to fix our immigration system and build a substantial wall. He wanted our laws to actually mean something by enforcing them. He was not elected to cow down and compromise these issues. He was not elected to be nice to the lamestream media. He was not elected to be bipartisan. And he was not elected to be liked by the libs, the lamestream press, or those who hate America. Because real Americans are sick and tired of the government thinking they know what's best for us. We're sick and tired of putting non-Americans' interests ahead of real Americans. We're sick and tired of Republicans believing if they compromise, the libs and the lamestream media will all of a sudden talk nice about them, because they won't. They hate us. They want America to become a weak socialist society and to take away our sovereignty and just be another nation in the world, a world they hope to control someday. This is Jim Blocky, Real Ed Aid, praying that we real Americans refuse to be bipartisan with evil.